has a variety of products and do a great job of designing tools for you. And one of the things we want to talk about this one is their adapter brackets. They have over 65 different adapter brackets. Am I right on that, Tim? Is it 65?
Well, we're over 70 now.
We're over 70 now, so it's
grow.
like every day they come out with something new. They're doing a wonderful job. The one we want to talk about, we don't have time, just want to talk about all of them, but let's just say you have a global hookup, Euro hookup, Quickie hookup, and you have skid steer attachments. Let's just say you have an SVL 6575 or a John Deere 325 or a TL8, whatever you have that for your ag tractor, but on your skid steer you have attachments you want to use on your tractor. So you turn your tractor, Euro, global, Quickie, into skid steer. What a wonderful idea. Now, hey, look, he has over 70, so whatever you have out there, whatever you want to do, give Worksaver a look. Go to implementsalesga.com, go to worksaver.com, go to adapter brackets on Implement Sales website, put in adapter brackets on Worksaver's website. If you have a need to go from whatever you have to something different, I think we got you covered.
You know, so the most popular loaders out there, Worksaver has made an integrated adapter. So, you know, the one right below us, that's the John Deere hook and pin for the 1 through 5 series to take them to skid steer. But our solution for some of the older and less popular loaders that were produced over the years is we have what we call a universal adapter. And that is a blank back adapter that goes to a skid steer hand. And as we mentioned earlier, Worksaver has over 65 brackets that can be bolted or welded to that frame. So almost every ag tractor in the market, we can get you converted to a skid steer hand, or we can get you converted to a Euro Global. Now, the one thing with John Deere's is that a lot of times guys will trade in their tractor and they get the new global hookup, but they still have the old 400 and 500 series attachments or the old 600-700 series attachments. Worksaver can go multiple ways with John Deere. We can go, you know, skid steer to those attachments. We can go global to those attachments. So you don't have to throw your attachments away. You can continue to get use and life out of them, and it'll save you a lot of money in the long run. Hey, good morning, Tim Baranga here. Last day of the Sunbelt Ag Expo, and joining me today is Chris Phillips from Implement Sales Company. And Chris, you know, we talked about grapples a little bit earlier, but a lot of people think that, you know, they have an older ag tractor and they can't use a grapple or a pallet fork or any other attachments on it. And, you know, Worksaver provides a full line of adapters, and, you know, kind of tell the people what you've had success with.
Yeah. So I would say Worksaver is probably more well-versed in all types of loaders to be able to adapt that loader to global, to adapt it to John Deere hookups, to adapt it to skid steer. It's a really big business for Implement Sales. People just know, hey, they call us, we sell Worksaver. You've got a solution to be able to adapt that front loader to whatever you need. We had a gentleman come through our booth yesterday, kind of bummed out because he's got a Yanmar tractor, and he's having no luck swapping that to skid steer, and he was happy to know that Worksaver is able to adapt his tractor to a skid steer hookup.
You know, that's something I think that's very important, is that even when people trade up to a new tractor and they have the old attachments, they don't have to throw those attachments away, because we'll be able to adapt them over and still get life out of those attachments and save people money in the long run.
That's right, that's right. You get a call all the time from our guys at the dealers. You got a guy sitting at their desk, hey, I'd like to buy this tractor or that tractor, but I've got all these other attachments. I don't want to have to buy all these attachments again. They'll call us. We'll solve that problem for them with a Worksaver adapter bracket. So.
Yeah, and Chris, you know, we're always coming up with new ideas, and we've pretty much got all the ag tractors covered, converting them to skid steer, converting them to Euro Global, or converting them back to their older attachments. But some new things we're working on is that we're going into the telehandler market and also the small wheel loader market, where we can adapt them to either skid steer or to Euro Global. And that'll be some new exciting things that'll be coming your way next year.
Right, I think that's a great move, because we get a lot of those calls and we don't always have a solution for those guys, but glad you guys are working on that for us.
So folks, stay tuned. A lot of new things coming next year. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Hey, good morning. Tim Baranga here with Worksaver, day 3 of the Sunbelt Ag Expo. And joining me today is Jeff Pope from Implement Sales Company. And Jeff sells Worksaver products in the Panhandle of Florida, South Alabama, and Mississippi. So Jeff, how we doing today?
Doing great, Tim. How you?
I'm doing wonderful. It's been a great show.
Yes.
We've met a lot of wonderful people, and we've also been hearing some just terrible stories about folks that have lost their houses, chicken houses, trees, pecan orchards, and it's going to be a long cleanup. But Jeff, over in your area, you kind of got lucky and missed the hurricanes.
We did. We missed this one. We've had them in the past, so I feel for and realize what these people are going through. We've had some of the same stuff, especially down in the Panhandle. So experienced it in the past, and thankful that it did miss us this time.
Yeah. So
we're here to help.
So Jeff, in your area, what's been a hot product that Worksaver provides?
Well, Worksaver has a variety of wonderful products. And so we get sampling from everything, but probably one of the most popular asked items I get is some of the adapters. And as I present it to the dealerships, I tell them, hey, I've yet to call Worksaver where they couldn't help us with an adapter. You give me an application where you need something hooked up one way or the other, and they typically find me a solution. So best source to go for adapters. If you need to connect from a Euro to a universal skid steer, or you got a universal skid steer and you found your 500 series, they can match us up and get us an adapter.